Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Calvin.
This is John.
Welcome to the Calvin and John Show.
Live.
This is the first time we're going live. Y'all asked for it. We're going to give it to you. Can you see that, John?
Yes, I can see it. Good morning, Bobby G, Kona Ranger, and everybody else.
I'm going to put this light on, John, so go ahead and talk to him.
Okay. I hope everybody's doing well today. We're going to have another 100-degree day here in beautiful San Carlos City with the heat index. Summer's here. It is hot.
Yeah, this isn't the United States hot.
Oh, it's hot. The sun here is brutal. Now, I've lived in the southeast of the U.S., and it's brutal there too, but not every day for 10 months. I mean, you might get a couple weeks of it here and there, but I see Crissel's on there. Good morning, Crissel. How's everything up north?
There you go. That's a lot better. Now they can see me, John.
Yeah, it looks good to me too.
Yeah. Oh, Crissel's here already?
Yes, she is.
Who else is on there? Adam Chenoweth says you guys have to wear a hat everywhere, unsure how to beat the sun. I don't wear a hat, but you got to wear a shield over here. That's for sure. It's the only place in the world you got to wear that damn shield, John.
Now, if I'm going out in the sun like this, yes, I wear a hat. I have a boonie hat that I wear, and it keeps the sun off me pretty well. I mean, I got red hair and freckles. I can be blistered in 15 minutes, and you see now I'm red. I'm red every day.
That's that hat that you used to fool the police.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Told him he was Desert Storm.
Yes. Well, better than going to jail.
Yeah.
Who else we got here?
Hellraiser. He said, "What is the heat index? What was it, John?"
It's going to be about 108. The temperature yesterday was 88, but with the heat index, it was 100. And I'm sure it's supposed to be like 2 degrees hotter today. So
okay.
There you go. We got 70% humidity year round.
Eagle 23 says we look awesome. He must not have his glasses on today, John.
I'm glad he don't. I see Sam Chapman there. How you doing, Sam? You're a good man.
We'll wait till a few more people get on here before we get started. Yeah. Hey, Jason Flint.
Now, this is one of our Filipino subscribers, and I don't know how to pronounce his name. Novum, Virginia.
Yeah.
Hello, Noma, Virginia. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, watching from Victorious. Oh wow, my girlfriend's on her way to Victorious right now for that to the BIR for the last leg of trying to get this title changed over.
I tell you, the paperwork here is something else. The poor Filipinos, anything they go through, it's step. Everything's a big deal.
I mean, you go in these government offices and they literally have stacks of paperwork. I'm like, wow, haven't they ever heard of a computer? But
when I got my postal ID, I had to come back the next day because their connection was so slow on their computer they couldn't get the stuff to download. Yeah, there's Willie Valdez. I'm probably not saying his last name right.
Willie Vasquez.
Vasquez, how you doing, Willie? Good to see you.
Well, actually, my son's the doctor who delivered my first son. Last name is Vasquez.
Okay, my English skills are horrible. I'm a hillbilly from West Virginia, so please excuse me if I say things wrong.
Yeah. Well, they call us the dynamic duo. John said
Beavis
we're
and
more like
Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead. I was like, hell, John, you don't look like a butthead. You look more like a crackhead, but not a butthead.
Well, I've never done crack, but like Rick James said, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
But you're kind of intelligent. You're more intelligent than a butthead. I would say, well, I would say we're more closer to Fred Flintstone and
Barney Rubble.
Me being Barney Rubble, you being Fred.
Oh, that's funny stuff. It's 9:30 here. Of course, I'm having breakfast.
All right,
now, I've slacked off on my drinking because I know a lot of people say, hey, we're worried about your health. My wife's always saying that too. But I haven't drank since last Sunday. But today's a special occasion.
That's right. I've got some treats for you guys today. One of my subscribers lives in Singapore, and he's got a supplement business. And John, he's got some male supplements. This is Rock Better. Time, size, and pleasure. He just sent this stuff to me, and this stuff's expensive. This bottle right here is $100, $100 US. A lot of this stuff's not available in the United States, guys. He wants me and John to try this stuff out and see if it's going to work. It's called Rock Better. And
I'll try it.
All kind of stuff. It's $100 for 30 capsules. That's one thing he sent me. Then he also sent me the tuxedo peel. I've never heard of this before, but again, it says, what's it say? It says directions to take orally a half hour before sexual intercourse for better absorption and effect. So you take this tuxedo peel 30 minutes. Now I'm going to test it. And,
Now, we're going to do this live stream?
No. Now this is Lobus. This is for high-end super candy, longer, harder, stronger. This is exotic stuff, guys. He sent it to me free. This is candy. I'll show you what it looks like. You only can take one of these once every 2 to 3 days, guys. This is some super stuff. See?
Wow.
Super candy.
Wow.
And he sent this to me free, so he wants me to review it. I'm going to give him an honest review. I tried. When I got this stuff, John, I ain't going to lie to you. And you know how Filipinos, they're shy.
Yes.
My girlfriend was happy. She was really happy. Giddy to the point where I said, are you going to try it? I don't need it. But I said, I'll try it, just to let him, give him true idea. And plus, I got a bottle of collagen over for you too, John. I got it from him.
Okay, well, I appreciate
it.
I'll try
nails and things like that.
While we're on that, I don't know if I want longer or harder. I mean, I already had to break up with one girl because of that. And another one of mine, we ended up going to a gynecologist with her. And tell you, she called me in and gave me a half-hour lecture on be easy on her and use lubrication and all that. That wasn't fun.
Well, what about stronger? It says stronger too, John.
That sounds good. We'll see.
It's stronger here, guys. But yeah, this stuff, I've never seen it before. I don't use it, but like I said all the time when I tell you guys about the vitamins I take over here and also the over-the-counter medicine here is stronger to me. Have you ever tried the over-the-counter stuff?
No, I haven't. I mean, I buy my prescription drugs over the counter, and that's something else I've learned that different parts of the Philippines are so much different. The only thing consistent here, I think, is the inconsistency. It varies from island to island, province to province, barangay to barangay. I can go in any pharmacy here except for the one at Gasono Mall. I think it's Grace, and they always ask me for a prescription. But the other ones, I can go in there and get whatever I want. So, I mean, it's something else.
Ronald Bowden says, you better watch out. You might get what they call prideism, where it stays hard for over 4 hours like it will with Viagra. It does from time to time. You wind up going to the ER. Yeah. That would be embarrassing, but I'm just going to try it one time.
What will the ER do here? Probably cut it off.
But, I'm glad to see Cal Deadman's in the house. I was going to shout him out today, guys. He's traveling the country, and he says he'll jump in from time to time. Hey, LaVon White, what's going on? Michael Cosby. I see the NTZ's in the house. CJ says, I don't believe in that stuff because you would be dependent on it all the time. No, I'm not going. I'm just going to try it one time for him, because there's guys who need it. I don't need it. I promise you I don't. But he was nice enough to send it to me. He sent me some collagen too. He says, hey, maybe some of your subscribers may use it. I don't use that stuff, guys. I promise you. Because the other night, my girlfriend was like, did you take one of them pills? And I was like, no.
Then did she go, okay.
I'm sure. That's what she said. Did I take one of them pills? No, I don't need it. And that goes into our next.
Thank you, Edgar.
That goes into our next subject, rejuvenated. Have you been rejuvenated, John, since you came
Absolutely. I mean, at 61, I actually feel better than I did at 49. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely rejuvenating. And, we have so many foreigners here. I met one the other day who's 73 with a 30-year-old girlfriend there.
Wow.
I mean, that guy had more life than me and you put together. I really enjoyed spending the evening drinking with him.
You see, a lot of people think that they're going to come over and retire. What really happens is they get rejuvenated, John. That's what happens. I've got a next door neighbor, and you know him. This guy's 80 years old. He may be the youngest 80-year-old I've ever seen. He looks to be in his 60s.
Yes, he
right?
does.
He walks, he moves around. I would never thought that he was 80, John.
And he has a 30-year-old wife. He's
Wow.
Australian. And I will tell any Americans, I drink. I can outdrink about any Filipinos, but most of them are pretty small. I cannot even hang with this 80-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't know how he can drink so much and not get drunk. I don't understand.
Cal Dearman, thanks for that super chat. He said, "What's up, Cal and John?" He's in Houston on the boardwalk. Okay, Cal, you've been to Houston, you've been to here. Which is the hottest? Let's get rid of that argument right away, guys. They say it's hotter in America, that we're making it up, John. We're over exaggerating. What do you think?
I'll take a little different view than yours, but not a whole lot. I've lived in the Southeast a lot. I have been in Birmingham, Alabama, and it has been hotter than heck. Memphis, Tennessee. One morning I was going to work early at 3 a.m. I went outside, couldn't breathe, went in, put on the Weather Channel, and it was 103 with a heat index at 3 in the morning. Okay, it gets like that here, but here we get about 10 months of it. It's every day. And that's when I lived like in Memphis, you might get a week that bad, but not 10 months.
That's right.
So but the sun is brutal here. But like I say, in Atlanta,
Houston, you get stretches
Nashville,
up, but not every single day.
Not 10 months worth.
What's going on, Eric Terry? Good to see you. James Lyons, he said, "I need to learn how to do this investing in crypto." Man, I won't touch that stuff because if the way I gauge it, John, if Warren Buffett won't fool with it, I ain't gonna fool with it.
I'm too old to learn. I've done halfway decent in the stock market, and anybody wants to email me, I'll tell you how I did it. But I'm too old to go through the lessons I learned with the stock market, where I lost a lot of money quite a few times.
Yeah. Hey, Chriselle, she's in the house. She said the Philippines is a giant oven.
It's hot right now.
It's hot right now. But I like I like the hot weather, John. Honestly,
it took me 2 years to get acclimated, however you want to say it. But now I am, and Calvin said this before, and until this year, I didn't realize it. But about 5 o'clock, it cools down. It gets feeling nice, maybe because it goes from 100 to 80. I don't know.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It feels pretty good
in the evening. And remember, some of these places you're gonna go to, they have these night markets. Filipinos usually stay out about 9 o'clock. Now, if you're in Dumaguete, pre-pandemic, because they got so many nightclubs and stuff like that, like in Cebu or Manila, they stay open all night. You know, I used to go to the period about 2 o'clock in the morning to go back to Zamboanga. They still be partying, man.
JH is asking where the rum is. I'm going to break that out at about 10:30. I brought it.
Oh, okay. Freddie Sanders, thanks for that super chat. He says, pretty hot in Death Valley. Yeah, but
it's a dry heat. This is the humidity is what gets us here. It's always 70% minimum.
And remember, you're going to the extreme, Freddie. I know where you live. You live down in that St. Pete, Tampa area. It gets hot there. But you've been to the Philippines. You know. Come on now. Wong Hung Lo says, what time does it get dark there? About 6 o'clock. Between 6:30.
Yes. But the days don't change here like they do in most of the U.S. Yeah. You know how in August you get like the 12-hour, 16-hour days. Here, every day it gets light about 5 o'clock, and it starts getting dark about 5 o'clock, and that's year round.
What's going on, Timothy Bright? Good to see you, man. Hope you're getting well.
I got a question for Wong Hung Lo. You don't have a brother like named Tu Hung Hai, do you?
I think you do get rejuvenated guys when you come over here. I'm 57, man, but I guarantee you I can do anything a 30-year-old can do, but be 30 again. And I'm not really going to say rejuvenated, but I'm so enthusiastic now versus I was in bad shape in America, John. I had given up, man. My anxiety was kicking in, my depression. I had to get out of there, man. that's all gone to the wayside now, man. I literally jump up out of bed every morning when I'm here, man. I literally do, man.
Now, I see we've answered this many times from Say,
yeah.
Good weed in the Philippines. Don't do drugs here. The 3 rules. Calvin said them. I say the same things. Stay away from drugs. You're either going to jail for life or you're really on the drug watch list where 2 guys on a motorcycle are going to come up and take care of you. Number 2, stay out of politics. Number 3, stay out of land disputes.
That's
You do those 3 things there, your chances of being successful and fine here go to 99%, in my opinion.
Yeah. Steve S. says, hey guys, new subscriber here, love the show. I'm curious how you guys ended up in St. Carlos. Did you originally start out in Dumaguete? No, I actually started out, I met my girlfriend in Dumaguete, but I started out in Cebu. That's where I started out. And the only reason I'm in St. Carlos is because she lives here. That's it. Otherwise, I'd probably be in Dumaguete right now.
I came to San Carlos. My wife is from a small fishing village about 30 miles outside of San Carlos, and it was the biggest town near. So yeah, for the women too. But every place I've went, and I've been in like 5 provinces, it's always been for the woman. And and the reason I've left some of them has been because of the woman.
Because of the woman.
I still think there's a price on my head in Southern Lady.
But I tell you what, I was lucky to find this place, really. I'd never heard of St. Carlos City.
I hadn't either.
But it's a lot of places like St. Carlos City in the Philippines. You know, but if you're new, start out in Expat Alley, John. That way you can kind of get acclimated to the Philippines. Remember we were talking about, on our way to that resort the other day? I was like, this is the real Philippines. A lot of people couldn't handle this.
Well, where I went in Southern Lady was very, very remote. I mean, I couldn't get cell phone service there. If you wanted a TV or even a rice cooker, you had to travel 2 hours to Sogo or whatever the name of that place is.
See, you don't want to start out there.
I didn't mind it, but I'm a hillbilly from the hills of West Virginia. I know how to butcher a chicken. Stuff like that didn't bother me. But yeah, most guys, I would say Cebu or Dumaguete.
Yeah,
I'd say no.
I'm just saying, if you won't miss out on anything. Hey, Jason Flint, thanks for that super chat. He says, I could cash out stocks, crypto, 401k, and head for the Philippines tomorrow, but my 17-year-old daughter lives with me. I don't know if I would want her there. You go ahead and wait till she, graduates high school.
Yeah, really, or even college. That's, we're talking 10 years.
Isn't going anywhere.
That's right.
You can come back and forth here like I used to do until I, got to the point where I could,
Well, Jason can save up a little more money and have even a better life here when he gets here.
Exactly. Ronald Bowden says Southern Lady is tough. Kind of talk about that situation because that's our next question anyway, Jason. I was going to ask John, what has been your best experience in the Philippines so far?
Well, when I came here, I believe it was October 2018, I went to this remote province in Southern Lady. They'd never seen a foreigner, let alone a white guy like me. And that was the first time ever I got the super rock star treatment. I mean, I was the talk of the small village. Everybody, wanted to see me, rub my arm and talk to me. The women here use umbrellas to keep the sun off them because they got this white thing in their head. They want to be white. I would have old women come up and hold umbrellas there. Man, I said, wait, why? You're so white. You don't want to get dark. Get out of here. But that was quite the experience. I'll never forget as long as I live.
Ingrid Davis is on her. Good morning. Good evening, Ingrid Davis.
Oh, Ingrid's always here.
Sam Champion, while you're on here, I want to give you a shout out because John, you were talking about the only consistent thing here is inconsistency. And we were at the resort the other day, and Sam Champion said something earlier about the beer and everything tasting different in every island, every city.
Slightly.
And that's what one of the ladies who was with us said.
Yes.
She said a scientist who worked for San Miguel
in
up in Manila, Cebu, wherever it was, he had come to Negros Occidental and tried the same San Miguel beer and said it tasted totally different. The recipe and everything is different.
Well, I drink beer a lot here. I notice variation from the brewery here. I mean, sometimes it's a little maltier, sometimes it's a little drier. I mean, it's not night and day different, but it is a little bit different. Now, Columbus, Ohio has a big Budweiser brewery there. I don't know what they brew in, probably 200,000 gallon tanks, but they mix it all up because they want consistency. So
Yeah.
I don't think they go to those extremes here.
Thanks for that super chat,
Oh,
you
my
dirty
goodness.
puppy.
That's
Said
a
this
lot of
is
money.
for a bottle for John and dinner for his wife.
Thank you, dirty puppy. I appreciate it. You finally get over here. Make sure you look me up. I'd love to spend some time with you.
James Land, let's say Ligano says you can get any girl you want and lady, but it's better to stick to one because lots of chismis and you stick out like a sore thumb. If you want many girls, stick to the city. Yeah, you're right, because there's a big scandal brewing here in San Carlos now.
What's that? I heard of it.
One of the women that I interviewed is fooling with a married man, and the wife finds out and puts her on a big post on Facebook. It's been shared 100 times. So yeah, you're right, say. And then I always tell guys all the time, the happiest expats I see over here and the most successful, John, are the ones that stuck with one.
I agree with that and have embraced their Philippine new family. Those guys seem the happiest to me. They really do.
Yeah, you can't come over here. You know, as bad as the Philippines is, Facebook has really made it small. And, you know, I'm not even going to do a vlog on this. We'll talk about it from time to time on our live streams, John. Facebook is the Bible over here, okay, guys? I want you to know that now. If you get with a Filipino, she's going to friend you and friend all of your friends. So if something goes wrong, you're going to have to shut your Facebook down.
Oh, I agree with that.
I did that.
I don't have Facebook. I shut mine down because of exes.
The only reason I've got it now is because of my Sunshine Show's Facebook page. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on Facebook. And then TikTok is the holy grail. I like to ran over some teenagers the other day in the park, John. They got the whole street packed, and everybody's doing TikTok, and all of that, because that's the new way out. Everybody wants the viral. It used to be YouTube and Facebook. Now everybody wants a viral TikTok video. That's their ticket out of here, John. So everywhere you go, they're dancing and popping, and you see it, right?
I see it all the time. Actually, I got one on TikTok. I sent it to you. That's where we're singing. I see Andrew Davis said, "John, you got a haircut for the show." Actually, I did. I got it yesterday, and so maybe now everybody won't think I got a toupee on.
Yeah. But yeah, that's one thing, John. That's one thing he wanted to point out to me. One of the first things he said to me, and I was shocked because I never even. He said, "This is my real hair. I don't dye." And I was like, well. Because when I was an insurance agent, it was funny to me because I didn't have gray hair either. And one of my clients looked at me one day. He said, "Man, you better not be dyeing your hair." And I laughed, and I was like, "Why would you say that, man?" He said, "We're out here dyeing our hair." I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't either. No, I have two brothers. One's 2 years younger than me, and the other one's 4 years younger than me. The one 2 years younger than me, he dyes his. So I always rub it in too. Rub it in.
It's but over here it's big.
Oh yeah.
You can look at the attorney.
These 70-year-olds got these 20 and 30-year-old girlfriends. A lot of the girlfriends are pressuring the guys into dyeing their hair. I know two that do that.
But I mean the Filipinos.
Oh yeah, Filipinos.
If you go in there, my girlfriend's mother, her hair is dyed. She dyed. Anytime she see a little bit of roots here, it gets done.
Well, you guys remember if you watched the $140 a month My Apartment, you saw the pink belt Israel. He dyed his black. One day I see him, his hair's all black.
Mm-hmm. And it looks funny. It does. It's dyed.
Let it go natural.
Yeah, but it's their life. Let them.
Yeah.
I didn't have a choice, and I'm not gonna go into it about my bad haircut, but I would love to still have my hair right now. The little fade I had with a little bit of fuzz on the top, but the guy he took me all the way back here. I don't know. I look like Tennessee tuxedo. Well, I don't know what I look like.
Now, on the haircuts, you have to go to the mall to even get a haircut. And the reason I say that is I went to the local. I'd rather go to the mom and pop shops because, haircuts are only $1 here. And the mom and pop, I give them $2. That's pretty good. But I had 2 or 3 turn down cutting my hair, saying they didn't know how to cut white man's hair, which I know is no different from Filipinos' hair. Yeah. Well, finally, the one that did, he didn't want to. I just sat in his chair, and I could tell he didn't want to do it. So I've never went back. I go to the mall, and they're fine there. But yeah, the haircuts here, this was $50 or $1.50 pesos.
Christopher Leroy said this is an enjoyable format. Well, we appreciate it. You know, y'all
Yeah,
ask for it. You know, I try to listen to my subscribers, and John, his girlfriend is in the process of getting a
Yes,
YouTube
if I get
channel.
off my lazy butt.
It's not hard.
Like I say, I like to put some different ones out. Maybe going to the public market and showing what fruits and vegetables are available, because a lot of them you've never seen before. Because I know I haven't. Maybe show you what the prices are, what they got, and stuff like that.
I like to do more of that, but hell, John, we're locked in. We're restricted.
Yes, we
We
are.
can go very few places here. It's not like in America.
Yes.
Where you can basically go all around the United States. Here, I cannot go out of my region.
There are restrictions here.
It's a lot of restrictions. And then, I was thinking about going and get my son, John. I just now found out. Well, hell, they're locked down again in Zamboanga.
I know.
So,
I know up near Manila, they're under strict lockdown. Like you're only allowed out between 6 and 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Say says he was trying to hook up teenage Filipinos with older foreigners. He was arrested and extorted by the police for quite a bit of money. Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, I mean, come on, guys. You come over here. Don't go messing around with girls under 18.
That's right, man.
Actually, for old guys like us, maybe even early 20s, no more than early 20s, I mean, that's, and it depends on what you're after. If you're coming here to be a John, I wouldn't even come to San Carlos. I'd go up there Angeles or one of them places. If you want to come here, settle down and get a good woman, this would be the place I'd come.
Now, Christopher Leroy says, what's the exchange rate? And I'm sorry to tell you this. It's went under 48 for the first time in a long time. It's 47.87.
So with that 48.7, you'll be lucky.
No, 47.87.
You'll be lucky to get 47 and a half or 47
when
you exchange it.
Yeah, when you exchange it. If you go to the bank, they'll give you that. But you're not going to get it from Western Union. You're going to get it Remitly or anything. And
XM was the one that got me the worst.
Yeah, this is concerning. And it only shows you, it kind of gives you a highlight of what the opening of the Philippines is looking. It's getting further and further behind. Because this is the reason why the dollar's going down. Because the Philippines is closed. They don't need the U.S. dollar. They're not importing and exporting normally like they do. Hey, Michael Cosby, thanks for the super chat. He said, Bezos and his wife from Amazon got divorced, and now Bill Gates and wife from Microsoft are divorcing. How in the hell am I supposed to keep a woman?
Well, I'll tell you, I've seen both their wives. I wouldn't want them.
Yeah, but Michael Cosby, that's a good point. But guess what? It's an Asian woman that's in the middle of that Microsoft thing.
Really?
Yeah, they said it's a Chinese woman. His interpreter is the one who's messing that up. Yeah, see.
Now, Kyle Dietman, put the red horse in the glass. No, I've gone native.
Yeah. Victor Soto Orocho. He says, no hassle. Timothy Brown. Okay, you dirty puppy. Okay.
I'm going to get Brett Thomas. Okay. Hey, John, where are you from? How long you been in the Philippines? I'm from originally the hills of West Virginia, about 40 miles, north of Wheeling, West Virginia, about 30 miles. But I left there in 1986 because there wasn't no work there, and I've traveled around a lot in the Midwest, a lot in the Southeast. I've been in the Philippines now. I'm starting into my third year. Next February, my 3-year visa's up, so I don't know what I'm going to do there. We'll figure something out.
Hey, Pierre Bernard, he said, great to see you both. I want to read you guys something. I got an email today from a guy, one of my hero. Remember Ryan Benton, the guy I told you, John?
I thought I was your hero. What happened?
Remember, he's the guy who has muscular dystrophy.
Yes,
he's on a ventilator late at night, and he's never seen the naked before. Well, he saw my video the other day about me having to leave the Philippines. This is what this guy says, guys. This is why I love my subscribers. They're the best. Let me see. Let me find it. He gives me an offer, John. What he does.
Well, he's the guy that said he didn't care about the brownouts, even if it killed him, because he wanted to be over here, right?
That's right.
I tell you, he is a hero.
He said he wants to see it. He says, and that's a quote. It's in here. He said, Calvin, if you need a place to go, you can stay at my house here in Watkinsville, Georgia. it's just me here. I got 2 guest rooms and a guest bathroom.
I'm gonna need a place in February.
He said, I have my own bedroom and bath. I would not be in your way. It's free. Now, I woke up to this email, man, and I tell you, man, it was touching, John, to me. And that's why I like to do what I'm doing, man.
And Carmen Greenwood, when I told her that I was in the same boat as you were, Calvin, hey, she said, come on down and we could all get a place together. I think we'd have a blast together.
Oh my God, in Mexico?
Yeah.
What's going on, Sal? Sal, that's my friend from Chicago. Right? Yeah. He broke his foot out there trying to get extra money, John. You can't get it all, right, John?
That's right.
But Sal tries to get it all.
Sal, would you have a stress fracture? Because I ended up getting that when I was working 3 jobs. It took about 2 years to heal.
Hey, Lamont Smith, thanks for that super chat. Salute, Calvin, John. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. AKA Demetrius Boy. Lamont Smith. Yeah, good.
Thank you, Lamont.
Brother.
Appreciate that.
Frank Ellis. Oh, Frank Ellis is in the house. Another straight shooter, John. He don't bite the bullet.
The kind of people I like. I see we had hey, I missed it here. Hey, go down a little
Smoky
bit.
Mountain.
No, go. Oh, Smoky Mountain's a good guy. Good to see you, Jeff. I was Terry Peak. She's in Las Vegas. I hope you're having a good day and going well.
And congratulations on your beautiful home. That swimming pool.
I didn't see her house.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. And they've got one of the nicest swimming pools I've seen in anybody's house. Especially in Vegas. They need it.
Well, you're in Las Vegas. Enjoy the no mosquitoes.
Yeah. I was in Vegas in 2006. The first trip I won as an insurance agent. We were there in June, and it was about as hot as it is here. Maybe hotter. It's a dry heat. A desert heat.
Hey, they always say, but it's a dry heat. And I always say, it's still 102 out.
I mean, it's the first time I ever seen, John, where they had them
Misters. Yeah, I love it.
But I loved it. Vegas is a must-see destination.
At least once.
The Strip, anyway.
I've been there twice, and the second time, I think I went for 2 weeks, and by the end of the first week, I was ready to go home. But, I think every American should go experience. You don't even have to gamble.
Yeah, you don't even have to gamble. Just to see those just humongous
2-story buildings inside another building.
Yeah, I mean, it's big. We were in the basement where we stayed. We stayed at the Paris. And it was and we walked for blocks, man. I'm thinking, are we outside?
It's amazing.
We were in a one
What
hotel.
about the Venetian where they have the gondolas in there? That's something.
They got the one with has the roller coaster, the Statue of
New
Liberty.
I stayed there the last time I was there.
I mean, and you gotta realize I'm a little country boy from Louisville, Kentucky. My wife had never seen anything like that before, and it was pitiful. We were there, and the Japanese there had all the money when I was there.
I saw a lot of Asians when I was there too.
When I was at the dice table, and this is no lie, they pulled out a stack of $100 bills this thick. They were just throwing them out like Monopoly money, man. Hey, Timothy Bright said, thank you. He said, Calvin, one day I will send you a box from North Carolina, but one day I want to buy Big John and Jack Daniels. I send the money. He buys it since he says it's cheaper.
It's a lot cheaper here.
All right, thank you for the super chat.
I told you wrong, Timothy. I was looking through my pictures there. I went into the store and took a lot of pictures of the different alcohol. Jack Daniels is only $24 a bottle here.
Sal said it was a small fraction at first, but I failed being stubborn, so it's worse. But I go to the specialist in the morning. Thanks, guys.
Well, like I say, Sal, if you got a stress fracture in your foot, it takes a long time to heal. Like I say, it took mine about 2 years.
Yeah. Well, see, he ain't going to stay off his feet, John.
Well, I didn't either, and that's why it took 2 years.
No,
I did the same. I was working 3 jobs. I did the same thing.
Smoky Mountain Molly said I went to Vegas in a $50,000 BMW and went home with a $350,000.
I believe that.
Yeah, but see, they gave me money to gamble with, Johnny. It was gone the first day. My wife was angry.
And like I say, I'm not much for gambling. I've always worked too hard for my money, so I never lost a lot gambling. Man, I put $20 in here or there. That was about it.
Yeah.
I see somebody says San Miguel's the best beer in the Philippines. Well, it's about the only beer in the Philippines. You can get imports because you're going to pay twice as much for them. But San Miguel is a world-class beer. I like the Pale Pilsner. The Golden Eagle is a lower alcohol content and a little bit cheaper. It's delicious. I don't particularly like Red Horse, but it's a favorite with the locals, and that's all the sorry story had.
Yeah. Chris Leroy, is there casinos in your town? No, but if you go to Cebu. You have to go to Cebu and Manila for the casinos, right, John?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've never seen
the big ones anyway. Now I was in Bacolod. Bacolod got these little ones at these little malls where you can go in and play slot machines.
Oh, really? I've never even seen that.
It was in City Mall there. You can go play slot machines. But the big ones like you're used to in America and your country, they're in Manila and Cebu, and they're huge.
What's his name? Victor?
Yeah.
I love Guinness. I love Murphy's even more. Now, in Bacolod, I did find some Guinness, and I brought back a couple sixes with me. But once again, very expensive here, but I love Guinness. Now, you can get the Guinness foreign stout here in the Philippines, which is, they make 3 different stouts. They make their stout, their extra stout in the bottle, then they make their foreign stout, which is even stronger. And I love it.
Adam Chenoweth said, no Red Horse. Show him the bottle again, John.
No Red Horse.
He must have missed that. Yeah, John's drinking Red Horse, but he didn't have no choice.
Yes.
The Sabi store down the street only sold that.
Like I say, Red Horse is the most popular here in the Philippines. I prefer the Pale Pilsner or even the Golden Eagle, but the Golden Eagle is hard to find.
They've got Colt 45 here.
They got Colt 45,
which is all that is.
It's a little stronger than this. I think so. It has a more of an alcohol taste and less of a beer taste. This is kind of like between a regular beer and Colt 45.
He said, Frank Ellis said, hey, John, do they have Foster's from Australia?
I have seen Foster's occasionally. I've not seen it here in San Carlos.
Not in San Carlos.
But Dumagetti, you can get it.
Yeah.
But once again, you're going to pay a lot more for it. It's all imported.
You can get all of that, Jason Flint, here, but you're going to pay for it, like John said. I don't drink.
And I have more respect for people that don't drink than do. Did you get a haircut? I did get a haircut. Shave, no, I do my own shaves. But now when they cut your hair, they take a straight razor and trim it off.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the first couple times I was so damn nervous over that. I mean, the guy's got a straight razor, you know.
Mm-hmm. They're good with it, though.
Oh, yeah, they've done it all their lives.
Yeah, they've done it, yeah. He said, James Lane says, wow, John.
How you doing, James? Good to hear from you.
Brian Nichols at King Cole from Malt Liquor. They've got some stuff over here, man, I'm going to tell you. Wesley Spink says, can I get Canadian beer there? I'm sure you can in the big city.
I say I have not seen it. I've been in Cebu, or I was in Lapu, which I consider Cebu because they kind of hook together. I did not see any Canadian beer there. I've not seen any in Dumagetti. I've not seen any in San Carlos or Bacolod. Yeah. But you get up and you can get anything you want here, especially with Lazada. But once again, you're going to pay twice the price.
Pay for it.
The gallon jar, the 5 or 2 gallon, whatever jar of pickles in that I used to buy at Walmart for $6. You can get them off Lazada here, but they're like $17.
Stephen K says San Miguel is the only beer he drinks in the Philippines. And I wouldn't blame you. It's just like a friend told me before. He said, when you go to a place like the Philippines, Mexico, and like that, that's known for seafood, eat the seafood. Don't try to eat beef and all that. So it's the same with the beer.
Yes.
I wouldn't try to.
The San Miguel is a world-class beer. Trust me, it is really good. They have a light. They even have a dark. They have a couple others in between.
Duke Lopez says the big beer selection in Subic and along the pole. And I'm pretty sure it is because a lot of foreigners up there. And they dictate a lot of what's sold.
Well, once again, if you're coming here for a low cost of living, you're going to be paying because it's imported. Yeah,
they got Coke 45 here though, King Arthur. Right, John? They got it.
Yeah. You can get that at most of the sorry stores.
It's popular. What's it called? 50 cent? 50
I've never bought one, so I don't know, but probably. This was $1.20, which would be like $2.40 for a liter.
Yeah. Well, that's the only thing that's going up. Beer, meat,
cigarettes.
Really going up.
When I came here in 2018, this was like 70 pesos, would be like $2. So.
No, like $1.40 or something. Yeah. It went up. It went way up. I remember that used to be 65, John, because I used to buy 6 of them for my son's mother's family when I went up to the mountain. Mm-hmm. Now it's double the price.
And cigarettes too. When I came here, cigarettes were like 70 cents a pack, and now they're $2.50 a pack.
Yeah.
Oh, Great Lakes Brewery is one of my favorites. Their Burning River IPA is delicious. Their Dortmunder is excellent. I used to know one of the original brewers there, Andy Tebeckham. I don't know whatever happened to him, but yes, Great Lake Brewery is excellent.
You Dirty Puppy says, John and Calvin, do you agree that you bring with you a suitcase of electronics? Electronics are 3 times or more in St. Carlos City. In the Philippines, they are. Any electronics and gadgets, you would think, John, in the Philippines,
so close to China,
South Korea,
Japan,
put on it. And plus they're not getting the volume that we do in the United States. So it's expensive, yeah. I mean, very, very expensive.
Well, I want to answer this one. Pablo Bangs. It says, what about the personal hygiene of the Filipinos? I'm going to tell you right now, the Filipinos are
yeah.
The women,
yeah.
They are cleaner than anybody else maybe in the world. Even in the remote provinces, 2 or 3 showers a day is not uncommon. When they poop, they wash it all out. I mean, I don't know if it's in their genes. I have never smelled a fishy smell. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean?
Now, the men is different because they're more of they're always out there in the sun.
I've never noticed any men stinking. Maybe it's me, but of course I don't get around men. But the women, they are very clean. They don't have that much body hair. They don't sweat as much as us foreigners do. Their biggest complaint about foreigners are we stink. So you guys come here, you're sweating, you got sweat dripping off your nose. Take 2 showers a day.
And I'm gonna tell you something. This is the first time I ever experienced this, John. My girlfriend that I live with right now, she doesn't wear deodorant. She doesn't need it. I don't know. It's something. I looked it up. There's something they call it. There's a gene that she's missing. There's a lot of people like that around the world. She's one of them. Never used deodorant.
And she never stinks.
Never stinks.
Filipinos don't stink like us Americans do or Europeans do. That's
Johnny, New York. He said, big ups all around, my
Thank you, Johnny.
Let's hit the like button, guys. Y'all know it helps us. King Arthur said, they sell a lot of Filipino beer here at Seafood City in National City, California, right next to San Diego. Absolutely. Because San Diego has the largest population of Filipinos in the United States.
Okay, he's asking about Beck's or Amstel Light. The only import I see here is Heineken's. It's brewed down in, I think, Indonesia or something like that. You can get Heineken's here.
Christopher Leroy said, do they keep it trimmed down there? Well, they'll do whatever you ask them. When I met my girlfriend,
normally they do trim.
Normally they do, but I don't like it like that. So I just asked her, I said, hey, can you put the razor on vacation? And she does.
Filipino women don't shave their legs. Their legs look better than American women with stockings and hose on. I mean, they don't have that much body hair. Look at their eyebrows. They hardly have any eyebrows.
They aren't. But it's a big deal over here.
Oh, they always.
That's a big deal over here.
I don't even like that stuff.
Yeah. Walnut Low said no farting at the dinner table. The little daughter yesterday burped about to have a fit, but that's part of their culture. I mean, I'm in the Philippines, it's a small price to pay. Hey, man, Eustace says, what's up, Calvin and John?
It's good to hear from you. He's been a long time subscriber.
Duke Lopez says, I was there doing martial law. Be out the streets by 12 p.m. I slept in many of bars. Yeah. Well, now here's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
You better be out the street. I don't know where these other places, but yeah. And then they had martial law not long ago.
That was only down south, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Kenneth Roundtree, what's going on?
But even in Mindanao, I was in Mindanao during a little bit of martial law. I know what I was up in north, Butuan City. Mindanao's okay as long as you stay away from the southwest.
Duke Lopez says my wife used a pair of tweezers. Yeah, that's what they do. She can't grow anything. She's like, honey, can you do this? I'm like, I'm not fooling with that. You got one, stub down there or whatever it is. Leave it alone.
Oh, she uses it to pull out her
armpit. That's what
they don't have that many. That's probably the way to do it. You don't have to shave. You just one by one.
Will Shaw says, is your bank at home charge an international fee? We use your U.S. ATM. Absolutely, man, does. In Vietnam and Thailand, they charge a 3% fee. It's about that here. I added it up because I only went one time. I had to do it to complete that land deal, right? $15 every time I go to the ATM between my fee at home and my and the ATM fee. So what I did, I opened up a bank account here, and now I transfer money.
Well, the way you're doing is good. I need to.
For my
My
bank
bank
account,
will do that. Well, it is 10 o'clock. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, John. It says, hello, gentlemen. On break here in Romulus, Michigan. Oh, okay, great to Detroit. All right, Glenn Mitchell. Yeah, good to see you, brother. Wow, Duke Lopez been married 41 years. Oh my God. Is that November? Loving it. Okay. Smoking Mountain Model says, I bet P isn't giving feminine hygiene tips. Yeah. But yeah, I've never had a bad experience with a Filipino. My girlfriend, I get mad at her all the time because we're late everywhere because she stays in the shower so long and she'll take 2 or 3 showers every day. And that's one of the subjects we'll get. I'm going to let John give you his view on it. It's Filipino time over here, man. It's going to drive you crazy, guys. You know, they're not on time for anything. And they don't care. If you say you're supposed to be somewhere at 5 o'clock, they'll start getting ready at 5. And it's something that me and her, we fall out about all the time. I can't get used to it. I don't know, you know, John keeps reminding me, he says, Calvin, you're retired, you know, you don't have a schedule. I said, yeah, but if we have somebody waiting at the restaurant and we say 5 o'clock, I like to be there at 5. I don't want to show up at 5:30 or 5:45. We met with the engineer the other day that's going to design our house, and he was late. And I'm like, come on, man. Eric Trevor says, traveling update on the Philippines. It's the same, if not worse. There's no, you know, I guess no news is good news, Eric, really, to be honest with you, but no. Stephen K. said, foreigners with a passport are not permitted. Yeah, you only have to have, like I said the other day, valid visas right now. You know, like the valid buying visa, student visa. You may own a business here, your employee visa, that sort of thing, guys. Tourists, no. Hey, thank you. Is that Wesley Spinks? Wesley Spinks for that super stick. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, Eric, there's no, remember, the Filipino society is slow. It's methodical. It's not going to move like what we're used to over in America. And that's something you're going to have to get used to, guys. Yeah, Stephen K. says you need an active visa. Okay, yeah, John, we're talking about this Filipino thing.
Oh, my.
I can't get used to it. You remind me all the time. You say, hey, you know, we're retired, but still.
If you don't do that, you're going to go crazy, though.
It makes me mad. Like when you and your girlfriend is waiting at the restaurant.
Well, that's only because I got the whip out, getting her going. I start her about 2 hours early to go anywhere, and it's a struggle. But that's everything here. If you go to the store, even if there's nobody in front of you, it's going to take you 15 or 20 minutes to get checked out. Just everything is like that. Get used to it or don't come. I mean, it's
yeah.
You'll go. That's been my biggest adjustment here, was getting used to the Filipino time, and it's slow.
Yeah, it's slow, you know, and then another thing you're gonna have to get used to when you start dating these women and marrying them and living with them and stuff is their procrastination. Now, my girlfriend now, you know, we bought that land about 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, John, and she's just now getting the last paperwork done there because she procrastinates.
That's where I do different than you. You have to take it on yourself and say, come on, let's go, and force the issue, because otherwise nothing gets done.
Nothing gets done. Okay, tomorrow will be 1 week from the survey. Do you think she went and got that survey? See, I can't go get it. Only she can do that.
But you can drag her.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
Hey, Duke, see you later, man. He's been married 40 years. He said he loved me.
Well, I tell you what, I have a brother. He is 60 years old. He started going with his wife when they were 13. They've been married all these years. I tell him every time I see both of them, I envy them. They love each other, and that's great. Hey,
Carl Ranger says St. Carlos bigger than Dumagetti. Actually, it is, but they're designed differently. Dumagetti's designed for the tourist, it's more, for the tourists and more for the expats than San Carlos is for people who have sold all their oats.
And I agree.
And they just want to relax.
Dumaguete has a lot more Western feel to
Yeah.
it. You can get a lot more Western goods there, too. Our choices here in San Carlos are limited.
They're very limited. You got to realize they're about the same size, John. There's 132,000 people here, 131,000 in Dumaguete, but it's like night and day.
Dumaguete seems a lot bigger than me.
But it's not.
I know.
San Carlos is bigger, actually. And San Carlos is hey, Zul Jab, thanks for that super chat. He says, hi there, my dynamic duo. Zul Jab is the guy who's the one with these supplements. I'm going to try them, Zul.
Well, if I have a heart attack, thank you. At least I'll die happy.
Yeah, they're about the same size. But San Carlos is actually level 2 city, and Dumaguete's level 3.
See, I don't understand what those level 1, Class A, and all that stuff means.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think but it's better here. I mean, it's cleaner here.
Oh,
it's nicer here.
It's cleaner here. There's no crime here. But our choices are limited. We only have 2 Jollibees. We have a Mags Ingersoll, which I think is very good. We have Chow King, Alberto's Pizza, and that's about it.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
What's the name of that pizza place in Gasana?
Pizarro.
They just now started. They got a bigger
I gotta try them. I haven't tried them for a year.
The guy says Tanduay Whales. Yeah.
I told you at 10 o'clock I was going to start hitting it. Now, this is 80 proof. I only brought a little bit because if I drink too much, the last time Calvin was over at my place when we left, I was singing to the girls over at the laundromat and everything else. And I drank too much.
Says, do they still have the Ali Mall in Manila? I haven't been in Manila in a long time. I stay away from that.
I do too. I don't like big cities.
Manila, I can.
I don't like big cities.
Dad's Renovation says, I love it when I'm there because my girl is so slow, but I just accept it. It keeps my stress
That's
down.
The best thing you can do.
That's the best thing you can do. I'm trying to get used to it. This is the worst I've ever had, though, right here, of all my experiences.
And from what I've seen, yours is probably a little worse than mine. Mine's young. I get the whip out. I can get her going finally.
But they're all like that. If you say 6:30, they're gonna start getting ready at 6:30. The other night we had Wells Family Journey sent the super chat for our dinner.
Thank you. That was very good.
Okay, now we said, let's meet over there at 7, right? Not really. She's on the. I went on over there because I knew John and them were waiting.
And our curfew's at 8.
Curfew's 8. She called me and said, we're on our way. I said, why would you come now? There's a curfew at 8. She called me at 7:15.
I don't know. Jeff, trust me, they can close the casket with no problem. It's because the women here are small. Bring a big bottle of Astrolube with you.
Yes, Say says it's Ali Mall is still there. I've never seen it.
But the malls here are much better than the ones in the U.S.
We're not building any new ones, are we?
There's a lot of them in the U.S. are closing down.
Yeah,
but I'm not a mall guy anyway. I go to Walmart. I'm a hillbilly. But even in Mexico, the malls there are much nicer than the ones I saw in the U.S. And the ones here are crazy.
Yeah, they're
nice.
One of the nicest I've ever been in. And they're some of the biggest in the entire world.
Now, how do you pronounce his name? Because I see him on here a lot.
Manusis.
Yes. Jollibee owns Mangus. But if I have my choice, it ain't going to be Jollibee's. Now, the fried chickens, for my taste, is okay. But Mangus, I think it's good. That's the only fast food I eat here.
Yeah. What's his name?
Jerry Casper?
No. Dunatime.
Oh, I don't know.
Dunatime. He says, you're going to have to lie about the time you guys need to leave. Yeah. I never thought about that. That's a good question. Jerry Casper says, are you married?
I am not married. We'll
talk about that today, John.
Yes. I am going to marry the woman I'm with. We've been together, July will be 2 years. She worships the ground I walk on. I could not ask for any better. I wanted to wait until after COVID so I could have a real nice wedding for her. I've been married twice in the U.S. It was always civil services. I'd like to have a good wedding. But I call her my wife because, as far as I'm concerned, she is my wife. I mean,
Yeah,
that's how that is.
Yeah. And remember, I did a video that says in the Philippines, a good woman is about as good as it gets.
Oh, I agree. I'm not going to get no better.
Yeah, and,
I might get one that's a little more attractive, but as far as the personality,
yeah, that's what I mean. You're not going to upgrade. That's what I say on the video.
Oh yeah.
She may look different, her body may be different, but you're going to get the same good woman.
Yes.
So you're just going to start over. All the time, all the money you've invested, it's going to waste, man.
What the hell's
I guess he's talking about. I don't know what
cut
he's
it
talking
short, Calvin.
about. I think he's talking about the hair, maybe
I don't know.
The time.
Well, most people say we should go on longer.
No, I don't think he's talking about that.
Yes, the Wallace Life malls are very nice here. It's a big deal, but still, the prices are expensive in the malls. You're better off going to a department store if you can for the same thing. But once again, I say, San Carlos, we are limited in choices. Last year, I could not get flip-flops to fit me here, and I only wear a 9.5 or a 10.
Will Shaw says the red horse is kicking John's butt. It's messing with your speech.
It's making what?
Messing with your speech.
Yes. It don't take a whole lot to mess with me.
Hey, Demetrius Boyd, he says, hey, what's up, guys? Checking in from Chicago. What's going on, man? I got a lot of guys from Chicago here.
Now, Jeff in the Smoky Mountain Modeler says there's always Lazada, but as far as clothes and stuff on Lazada, they have two sizes here. They have the Western size and the Asian size. And the Asian size are a whole lot smaller, and you don't know what you're getting when you order online like that.
Yeah, see, that's the only problem.
My wife's ordered a couple things off Lazada. Sometimes they come in too small. Sometimes they come in huge. So.
Yeah, CJ says, compare the average Filipino to an average Western woman in bed. Better or worse? I'm going to say better because the Filipino here, she's going to follow your lead.
I can give you my opinion. No limits.
Yeah.
The Panay's, whatever you want, we'll try it. No limits. So
yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. John, you really think you're a Magnum man?
No, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. Only in my mind.
Smoky Mountain Model said, you guys need anything, I can hook you up. I don't know.
Yeah, think about it there, yeah.
Demetrius Boyd says, do our electronics like TVs and sound systems work with the power system out there? No, you'd have to. Now, your computer, your cell phones, and stuff like that, they already have that adapter in there.
Yes, they have the whatever, the transformer or whatever.
Yeah.
But I had to break off the third ground plug for my apartment. They don't have ground.
Oh yeah, they don't have that. Now with your TVs and stuff, yeah, you're gonna need that adapter.
Probably. Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I don't have a TV.
I just buy it over here. I do. Like I said, I don't pay over $300 for anything. I think I paid like less than about $200 for that TV.
Now the on the electronics there, my laptop died while I was here in San Carlos. There was only one laptop, and it was 30,000 pesos. I went ahead and got one off Lazada for 13,000 pesos, and it works fine. Yeah. But the same one, the same model exactly, I could look up on Walmart's website, and it was $50 cheaper. So.
Yeah, Lauren says, are there any thick, curvy Filipinos there? Yeah, remember the Philippines is vast, it's diverse. Everywhere you go, you're going to see a variety of people, period.
But let me say, though, the body shape, most Filipinos don't have butts, and they will have bellies. So, I mean, when they get bigger, you're going to see a lot of that. But
I'm going to tell you something. You're going to remember those young girls we saw at the beach? And you remember they're beautiful. And see, that's what he's talking about. But you said one child and maybe they're over the limit. But they don't have children yet. But they're thick and curvy.
When I was when I was working in Memphis, I was working with a guy from Texas. He was a Mexican American, and he told me, he knew I was from West Virginia. He goes, "Hey John, I was watching this West Virginia stuff, and the women there are beautiful." I said, "But they have one problem, just like the Mexican women. Age 30 or one child, they get huge." He goes, "That's not all Mexican women. Only about 80%." Well, same here.
Frank Ellis said, "Do I see many tall Filipinos?" Absolutely.
Now, That very smiling island, I think it has to do with the nutrition. When I was in Mindanao, I went to the PSA once, and there were probably 200 or 300 people there, and I could see over everybody's head. Now here in San Carlos, I see many men taller than me. I'm 5'10".
Filipinos, but see, remember I tell you, if you go to Manila and you go to Cebu and the big places, you're going to see that Amazon Filipino.
I see some tall women
I don't
here.
know if she's half Filipino, half, Australian, half American. You see them here, and they're just a different class. They're taller, they're shapelier. These are the ones that they put out there for the beauty pageants, for the car shows and different things like that. You'll see it. Me and my girlfriend were in Cebu one time, and we took a picture with one, and my girlfriend came about right here to this lady. It's just a different class of Filipino. I don't know, because the Philippines is very diverse, man.
Okay, Dirty Puppy's talking about the brownouts. Brownouts are bad.
It's one coming Sunday.
Is there? See, I didn't know that.
6 to 6.
We get at least one a month here.
Yeah, Jerry
Something
Castro says, hello, Calvin. What is the average cost of land per square meter that you have found? Well, in the city, it's very expensive. You're talking anywhere from 3,000 pesos per square meter to 6,000 pesos per square meter. That's very, very expensive. We were talking with the engineer just 2 days ago, and he said the land is skyrocketing. But you're talking about the city. You go out in that province, you can get it very, very cheap. We saw a place, but it was just remote. I think it was NPA country. I was telling you.
That's what my wife told me.
It was 450 pesos per square meter. But hell, why would you want to live way back there?
And the NPA, they're not going to bother you, but don't mess with them either. They just want to be left alone.
Yeah, but it was so remote, and then the road is going to. Okay, the land is cheap, but it's going to tear all your tires up.
Because you even get electric back here.
Yeah, so
or water.
You get what you pay for, but yeah, land is very high now in the city.
Demetrius Boyd, so do I.
Yeah, Christopher Leroy says, are you going to try and get this house built before your visa's up? Yeah, that's what I'm telling John today. Absolutely. That's what I'm going to do, because if I don't, she's not going to get it done. They're going to take advantage of her.
Yeah, probably lose it.
And,
Now, I think Calvin's going to be okay on his visa. He's got a kid here. Me, I'm more worried about mine because I don't have a kid here. But I think if I go and beg enough, maybe they'll give me an extension or something.
Yeah, well, if you get married, John, then you
and that's I think I'll probably get married. Like I say, I wanted to wait until things were over. I could have a nice leech on for my wife and everything. But we'll see.
Travel Boy says, great live stream duo. Keep this up.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
We're listening to you.
Hey, there's Pumpkin Joe.
Okay. Hey, what's going on? Yeah.
Enjoyed meeting you the other day. It was great.
Yeah, Ronald Sims is his name.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what your name was. I tell you what.
You didn't call him Pumpkin Joe.
Well, that's what his.
Yeah, I heard now. Yeah. I mean, what was you calling him Saturday?
I didn't know his name.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, he has one of the most beautiful little girls I've ever seen. She's gorgeous.
You were sleepy, John.
Yeah, but she's still gorgeous. And that's one thing. The Filipino children here, they're the best looking kids I've ever seen. I mean, even the ugly ones are gorgeous.
Fred Smith says, do you guys know where Barrio province is supposed to be near San Carlos? I've never heard of that.
But you have to understand, we've been here during lockdown. Neither one of us have gotten out that much. Calvin's gotten out a lot more than me, but
San Carlos is so big, the city limits, man.
And that's why they have so much population. I mean, it goes all the way from Negros Oriental almost to the north of the island.
Yeah, it's big.
It's very big. Hey, John, did you have a church wedding? That's actually what I'd like to have. They say after. That's what I've been waiting for. I would love to give my my poor village girl a really good wedding. She never had a bicycle until I bought her one. She never had a birthday party until I gave her one. And I tell you, she tells me every day, thank you for the good life. And I mean, what more can you say? Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'd love to give her the best.
So Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience, let's give his channel a shout out. He does more like a family style channel,
and it's low key.
It's low key, and if you like that sort of thing, go take a look because he's got good video and everything,
Okay,
editing.
he's asking. Oh yeah, as far as editing, he's very good. Did you guys want to travel to the small islands before COVID? I would love to travel now, but like I say, we can't.
I did. I went to a lot of places. Sikihor being the closest small island here. It's only 35 minutes outside of Dumaguete. It's one of the nicest places. Third smallest island in the Philippines. It's one of the nicest places you will visit here in the Philippines. Cost of living, super cheap. White sand all around the island. Very few tourists. Very few Filipinos because they're afraid to go over there. They're superstitious, because there's charlatans and there's witch doctors and all kind of stuff over
let
there.
me tell you, I grew up in the 60s in the hills of West Virginia, so I know all about the wives' tales and the superstitions. It's real here, just like it used to be there. Look at Rag Jam Rock. I woke up to the John Calvin show. Mind you, I go back to sleep.
Okay, Demetrius Boy says, serious question. I follow no religion at all. Is the average Catholic Filipino deep into their religion? My girl says she is okay with it, but I don't want to come later down the line. No, let me answer this first, John. They practice it, but behind closed doors, they don't live it.
My girl prays every night, but she doesn't.
But yes, you got a living partner with you.
Yes,
and there's no telling what y'all do. Everything under the sun. See what I'm saying?
And I've already told her I'm not really. I mean, I try to be a decent person, but I'm not religious, and she's okay with that. But now I go before pandemic. I will go to church with her because I didn't want
all the time. Yeah,
I didn't want my wife having to go there by herself. And you'll be fine. You'll be fine, Demetrius.
Atlanta Yardy, thanks for that super sticker. Yeah, but no, they're not really strict like that. But yeah, they believe and everything like that. They're some of the most religious people out there in the open. But when you shut the door, it's a totally different thing.
How tall are you, John Frank Ellis? I'm 5'10".
Michael Cosby, thanks for that super chat. He said, my 3 rules for living in the Philippines: don't get married, make sure you get a vasectomy before you go, and don't buy any land you can't afford to lose. Absolutely. Well, I agree with the last one, but I'm not letting them fool with my package. And I think, John, you did. I'm just afraid that something, goes wrong there.
Hey, they had to do microsurgery on me, but I actually regret, to some degree, my 28-year-old wife would love to have a foreigner baby. They love foreigner babies here. I'm thinking about trying to get mine reversed. What she said was, okay, you're 60, I'm 28, you're going to be gone, and I'll be left alone. At least if I have a child, I'm not alone. I mean, how can I argue with that?
Now, I kind of agree with you that first one. Don't get married. Vet the people, guys. For some reason, we want to get married. Like I said, John's been with his girl almost 2 years. Get to know the people first. But we come over here and we allow them to put us on the clock. There is no clock over here under normal circumstances. It's slow, it's methodical. But the minute we get over here, they're talking marriage.
Yes, and a lot of us agree to it. Guys, come over here 2 weeks, get married, or get married online before you even get here. Don't do it. Get here, meet the girl, date her for a year.
What do you got to lose?
Nothing.
You got nothing to lose.
Well, no, you have a lot less to lose than if you jump into it.
Yeah, hey, David Cluis, he said, shout out to you, Calvin. Thank you, brother. And I appreciate your help and support, man. I mean, trust me, brother. I would never take that for granted, man. Thank you. I'm glad you're on here.
Timothy Braid, I got to say one thing to you. Enjoy your Honey Nut Cheerios while you can. You're not going to find any here.
Unless you're in Cebu.
Or Manila. Or maybe Bucolage, you might find them once in a while.
And it's going to cost you.
And it's going to cost you. That's
very expensive. Because you can go to the Ayala Mall.
John guzzled down that bottle.
He said, my wife's mother wanted her to give her an imported baby for over a year, it said. Now that she is now she has it, I'm telling her when we can visit her in Butuan. she owes an import tax.
Frank Ellis, I agree with you 100%. And we don't talk. Well, same champion. I think I can probably handle a little bit of pain. But back to the Filipinos, and then we don't talk religion or politics or racial things here. The Filipinos really do want white children, white mixed children.
Some of them do.
Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And I don't understand why. They want a blue-eyed child, but no, they all come out with brown eyes, and they look like Filipinos to me. I don't know,
but some of them, not a lot. You know, you got to realize people have their preferences.
Everybody has a preference.
So you can't knock them for that.
And I agree. I mean, I have my preference. You have yours. You have yours.
Everybody has their preference.
What they're attracted to.
Most Filipinos, they just want a Filipino child. They want a healthy child.
And want a good man that's going to be with them, not go out and run around on them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, Christopher Wolfgang, thanks for that super chat. He says, okay, John, I'll do it for you. You said you were snipped, right?
Yes, I was. Christopher, it was not pleasant, but yes, I did it. Yeah, I think it depends on who you have do it. I have a brother that had his done at age 22, believe it or not. He worked second shift. He went and had it done and went to work. I don't think I would have wanted to do
Ron
that.
White, thanks for that super chat. He says, I'm digging a tunnel to the Philippines. How much would it cost to have you and John meet me halfway?
well, labor here is $6 a day, so it won't take us that long.
Well, here's a true story with Ron White. One of my subscribers, he's in Vietnam. He's going to pay somebody to smuggle him over here on a boat.
Don't do it.
Don't do that, man. I already told him don't do it. He said, what will happen to me? I said, man, they're going to blow you up before you even get near the Philippine water.
He's going to end up being fish bait.
Yeah, they're going to get him. Scott says, John, I also regret my vasectomy. Do you know of a time limit before you cannot reverse it?
That I don't know. I have not checked into it. We're in lockdown here. I would, when I go to try to have that reversed, it'll be in Cebu. I can't even travel to Cebu. I have not done my research or anything else. Now, I do know one 67-year-old here. I don't know when he had it, but he had it reversed in the U.S. So I got mine done. I believe I was about 40. So I don't know if there's a time limit. I'm hoping even if there is a time limit, maybe they can go in and extract some sperm and do it. I just have to check it all out.
I had two nephews do it. It's the first time I ever heard anybody do it, but they're part of that new generation. They've got 2 kids each, and I guess they said they don't want anymore. I'm from the old school. Nobody in my neighborhood they never had it, John.
Well, how many children do you have?
I've got 7.
I've only got 2, and it's because of my second.
But I'm saying I just never thought about it because I take very good care of my kids, but I'm just afraid that something may go wrong down there. I'm too young to go dead down there. You understand what I'm saying?
You're not really dead. You just, instead of the sperm cells coming out there.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm afraid something may go wrong. You see what I'm saying?
What's his name?
Dad's Renovation said, John, that was true about 10 years ago, but I'm black and my girl has been asking for a child in over 5 years. Absolutely. Remember,
I'm in the same boat.
Remember though, it's not really like that, guys. We put a lot of generalizations on people over here. When the overwhelming majority of Filipinos, they're proud Filipinos, man, period.
Now remember, the Philippines from north to south is as big as the state of California. Is Southern California the same as Northern California? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not. You just got people who have their preferences. Some of them guys now, you know what the big deal is now here? They use that glutathione drip. They don't even take, if you can afford it, they turn them white, but they look so ridiculous. They don't look like John. They look more like this right here.
When I see the white Filipinos, they look sick to me. When I see the white Koreans, they look sick to me.
Yeah,
they don't look right.
Well,
I tell you, a prime example, look at Michael Jackson in his later life. He looks sick to me.
Yeah, that's what they look like. And if you see it, really, you're going to be shocked. Because, okay, look at my hands, guys. You see this part. When this and this is the same color, you know they're using that glutathione.
Yeah.
But if they want to do it, I mean, who am I to tell them not to?
Well, me either, but
You know,
I try to stress to every Filipino that I meet, Western men love the real color.
yeah.
Quit all that stuff.
But see, over here, I see why a lot of them do it, because it's the difference between being employed and being unemployed, because some of these job
but that's
descriptions
bullshit.
over here,
I know it is, but it's bullshit.
it's cringy, man.
I know.
When you see the job description and the people they're looking for,
Age description.
oh man, everything.
Yeah.
First, they'll put first skinned on there.
Yes, they will.
Age, they'll have 18 to 30. So if you're 31, you're done over here, John. Unless you're like an engineer, doctor, or something like that.
Calvin introduced me to an engineer. I don't remember his name, but I said, what's your name? Hello, I'm John Wells. What's your name? Engineer Jose Vagella.
Mm-hmm.
I said, your first name's engineer? Yes. I'll never forget that as long as
they're proud of that.
Evidently.
And some people over there in America, they live by their job title.
I was an engineer in the U.S. and I never said I'm John Wells engineer. You know, I'll tell you what, you got a good bunch of people here. Don't change.
Don't change your body count. You have to run for governor in California.
Not trying to give anything away, but I did see Calvin without his shirt. He's built. He's built.
Yeah, I just try to stay in shape. Remember, we've been rejuvenated, John. I have.
Oh, I feel great.
To be honest with you, man, I have, man.
I'll put myself up against any 61-year-old in the U.S.
Tell them about, remember, people always have this argument about budget, John. And I always think of you, but I forget to bring it up. I'm glad I looked at my paper. Tell them the rent you were paying in Southern Lady. Tell them.
Oh, Southern Lady, I rented a house. It had one bedroom, but the bedroom was huge. It actually had one full-size bed and 2 bunk beds. It was fully furnished, including utensils, plates, everything. I had hot water in the shower. I paid $37.50 a month.
Wow. Did it have air con?
It had air con in the bedroom.
Wow.
It had fan.
See, but when I bring it up, you guys want to argue with me about it.
Well,
it depends on where you live.
It depends on where you
live.
How
you live.
Now, Calvin has a house here for $170. His house is actually nicer than the one I had for $37.50.
But 3 times it's big.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about the one you live in now. No.
The one I live in now is $140.
Yeah.
But it's nice, new build. But Calvin, for $30 more a month, he got a better deal. But my expenses, I smoke, I drink.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take a lot of trips. I'm not extravagant at all. I got my wife a birthday party for the first time with leech on. I got a leech on for the village down there. I averaged $1,750 pays $50 a month last year. I don't want for nothing, but it's not extravagant either. So
but you're comfortable, John.
Very comfortable.
Man, the minute you hit U.S. soil, you have to go back to work. That's a big difference, John.
I would have to have 5,000 to 6,000 pre-tax in the U.S. to live the way I do.
Exactly. That's what people don't understand. You don't have to work here. You're retired here.
If I went back to the U.S., I'd have to work.
Yeah. That's a big deal. Man, that's that 1,000 pound gorilla on your back, man. You got to, man. Because I don't want to go back to work, man.
After working 2 and 3 jobs for 40 years, I actually miss work. I'm glad Calvin lets me do this because I'm a little bit bored.
Hey, Jacob, thank you. I guess you're going. You got to leave us. Yeah, he said enjoy the live stream. Keep up the good work.
Jacob Tom?
Well, yeah, he's from Houston.
See you, Jacob Tom.
He can tell us once he gets over here the difference. But
Houston gets bad in the summer. I know that.
Yeah, Michael Internet Pro says it has loud neighbors, dogs that bark all night, roosters, lizards, and nothing to do with the added monthly typhoons. You left that out, John. Well, no, it's not. We don't never get any typhoons where we are. The Philippines is vast. It's diverse, Michael Internet Pro. That's what I'm saying. See, you're doing what a lot of foreigners do. They generalize the Philippines.
It's as big as California.
But there is no one Philippines, John.
No, I agree.
There's many.
Every island's different.
Every island's different.
Every town's different. Every barangay is
different. There is no. It's like, just think Africa. Remember, now Africa's a continent, but in your mind you think, all Africans look the same. The spirit, or whatever. They never talk about Morocco. They never talk about Egypt.
We met a guy that looked like me from Morocco.
That's right. He's proud to be African. It's the same in the Philippines, man. This one Philippines came about during the Spanish days in an effort to fight the Spanish.
Okay.
What's that?
Well,
why did you leave Lady? The guy said.
Why did I leave Lady? The woman I had, oh God, she was sweet and she was gorgeous. Calvin will attest to that. Oh my God, was she gorgeous? Her and her family were addicted to drama. They all lived together in a 4x8 shack. They'd get mad at each other, throw each other out. And after 3 or 4 months of that, I said, I'm not going to live like that. I tried to get her to move to Cebu with me, and she was going to, because I thought if I got her away from the drama, she was okay. She had 2 kids. I said, bring the kids, we'll try something different. And she said, well, I talked to my dad, and he don't want the kids to leave and all this.
Yeah.
I just knew I would not live like that. But, I mean, she was gorgeous.
Done It Anime says, do we live far from Manila? Yes. Now, in a plane, no. In a plane, probably about an hour and 20 minutes. Maybe an hour, because I have to fly out of Cebu, so it'd be an hour. Takes an hour to go from Cebu to Manila. I
see Connor Ranger there. He said, John looks Australian. Calvin's neighbor, Nifty, he's a good man too. When he was, he's 80 now. When he was my age, he looked like me. So, I mean, Americans are everything mixed up.
Michael Internet Pro says, yeah, that's what you get with $30 a month drama.
I tell you what, though, I take a $37.50 a month now.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, the drama didn't come with the apartment.
No,
you brought it to the apartment.
Let me tell you how bad it was. One time I was sleeping.
But you brought that there. It wasn't part of it.
I didn't bring it there. Her family brought it there. Yeah.
Her family.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You brought her.
Yeah.
But I could go there now and rent that apartment.
No problem.
No problem.
But one morning, bam, 1:30 in the morning, the mother's there. She's, I said, what's wrong? I never did find out what was wrong with her. Her son comes over. It's about 2 o'clock. I said, he starts laughing at the mother. I said, why are you laughing? Oh, she does that all the time. I mean, this family was screwed up.
Let's see. I've seen that. Stephen K says, I got a little bit farther to go. He's in Tagbilaran. I love Tagbilaran. I love Bohol. I would live in, now, I had an Airbnb right out in Panglao, in between Tagbilaran and Panglao. $11 a night. Brand new building, aircon, everything, John.
That sounds pretty good to me.
This was right before the pandemic.
Now, here in San Carlos, you're not going to get that cheap.
No, you're not going to get that cheap. This is a place.
$150 to $200 a month.
This is a Class 2 city.
Hey, is that one?
Yeah. CD says, can I rent a spot for $30 a month? Not here. Probably like where John was, Southern Lady, down in Mindanao. Well, I mean, you probably can, but it's going to be in the squatters area in San Carlos.
Now, he's saying $30 a month. A place right beside mine has boarding houses all included for $40 a month. Yeah. You don't want to live there. I don't want to live there.
Yeah,
but it's right beside me.
If you're single, you got a lot more options.
Yes, you do.
And if you're a simple guy, if you're not going to come over, I'm simple. I was in the service, man, and that kind of made me. I can deal with a lot of stuff that I normally probably wouldn't be able to deal with.
Well,
I lived in a little bitty bunk for 8 months, traveling the world on damn aircraft carrier. I can deal with that kind of stuff. It don't bother me, man, really. James Lance, it says, Clayton Mary says you had penis enlargement. So.
No, I should have. I had microsurgery with the.
CD says a room for rent at least. Yeah, but they call it a bed space.
Is that what they call it? I call it boarding house. I don't know what they call it.
Well, but they got both of them. They got a
Okay.
boarding house and they got bed space. Well, you can rent a bed for about $30 a month, but you're gonna be in a room with a bunch of other people.
You don't want
You
it.
don't want that.
You don't want it.
You can deal with it, but remember, if you're a backpacker, they've got these hostels CDs. So let me take that back. Yes, you can, but it's gonna be a little bit more. It's gonna be about $5 a day. Okay.
Why is he holding his?
Well, I don't know. Because that's what it was. That's what the question was. Yeah, you're gonna pay about $150 a month, and you're gonna stay in a hostel type atmosphere with other backpackers. Because the Philippines is huge for backpackers. If any backpackers on here, they'll tell you that.
Okay. I like that.
Michael says that's how much the PI loves you. They will kick you out right about now. Well, not really.
We'll
They're not kicking us out.
We'll see.
They have, I think it's pretty good. I think they've got a good visa policy where me as an American, I can come over to John for 3 years.
I think you're fine. Fred Smith there. Fred Smith's a good man, by the way. I'm looking at $300 a month rent. Am I good? In St. Carlos, you can get a house here for $200 a month. Calvin's got 170, and I tell you,
it's big.
It's nice.
TJ nice. Johnson, thanks for the super chat. Said, "What's up, Cal and John? After 4 months of lawyers and red tape, I've got my travel ban exemption. Wow!
I don't know.
Finally moving to Davao next month. Oh my God! Congratulations! I love Davao. I've been there several times, and if I wasn't living here, that'd be one of the places I consider. Now, I've got a good friend who has a nice place there.
I've never been to Davao. Are you okay in Davao if you go outside the city, or do you know?
I don't know, but you got to realize Davao is the biggest city in the Philippines, land wise. Remember how they do it here?
Yeah,
they make them big.
Wow, I know San Carlos does. So
it's bigger than Manila.
I would be worried. Me personally, if I was in Davao, I'd be worried about going into the provinces. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'd be worried.
Why would you need to go to the province? Davao's a big place.
Because if I meet a poor province girl that's just dying to meet me,
well, so you got to come.
There you go.
Come on to
there you go. Come on in.
But Davao's one of the safest places, not only in the Philippines, but in the world. In the world.
You know why? And you know why? Your birthday.
What? Let's see.
Which city will you have the most wholesome girls? How do you pronounce that?
Done it anime.
Any girl from the province will be wholesome, in my opinion. You'll find a few bad ones, but you'll find some very good ones.
Well, even in the city, because your city, remember, their cities over here are not as concrete as our cities in America.
And like not as smart. And like Calvin said, the province girls come to the city for
work anyway. So
probably 50% of the city girls are province girls.
I met my son's mother in Cebu, but she was from the mountains of Llanos. Michael Internet Pro says, where are you going to live when you're 3 years up, Calvin? I hope I don't have to leave, but if I do, I'm going to stay somewhere around here.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're not going back to U.S.?
Guam, maybe. I can't deal with that right now.
If I got to go, I have some things in the U.S. I need to take care of, but I don't want to go there and be there a year.
Fred Smith said there's 2 Fred Smiths here because you said he's a good guy.
He is a good guy. I've followed him for a long time. Oh, there he is. There's 2 Fred Smiths here.
He said, beg the Filipinos about how much they care about the foreigners breaking up families. Well, one guy did say that he was here for 3 years. He told them the situation about his wife,
and he got
another 3 years. So it all depends, but you're right. They go by the book.
Well, Curtis Freeman, thank you very much. I don't think everybody thinks that way, but I'm glad you did.
Clayton Murray said,
Clayton Murray,
you don't want to mess with your tune-up, Calvin. Absolutely. If I go back to America, man, my engine's going to
get sludge in it.
Yeah, it's going to get sludge, and I need a new engine.
Oh.
Hey, thanks to John, Chandawai is now the #1 selling rum in the world.
Actually, it is.
past Bacardi in 2017.
I tell you,
Right.
I've drank both.
Which is better, John? And it's cheaper.
A lot cheaper. When I see Filipinos here around Christmas time, they'll buy Bacardi with the good stuff, the black bat. And I tell them, I said, get the better Tanqueray. It's just as good, but it's a status symbol.
Yeah, they love American.
Brands. Yeah.
But that's only what. But that's really not cheap, John. It's about $5, right?
For
that fifth.
No.
How much is that?
$2.50.
Oh, how many pesos is that? 100 something?
That'll be 120 pesos.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
Now,
I didn't know that.
Now nobody's special. I haven't seen him on it for a long time. He sent me $20 for my birthday to get, and I got 8 bottles. So,
yeah, that's a lot, John. How many you got left?
I got 2 left.
Question, John. Calvin mentioned the lizards, but what about insects?
Okay.
Pest, rodents. Can you find books breakdown?
Fred, I'll be more than happy to answer.
No, that's Simon. Simon says.
Where'd you see that?
Simon says,
okay. We have these little brown lizards. They get in my apartment. I have done nothing. I probably have 4 living in my apartment. They eat the bugs. I see them and they get, eating all the bugs. So I just leave them alone. They don't seem to bother me. I don't bother them. Ants are the biggest problem. Now,
and they're not a problem.
Well,
just don't bother them.
No, ants will get into your food.
They'll get into that. I don't have a problem here.
There are only certain containers I can put stuff in. I keep a lot of stuff in the refrigerator to keep the ants out of them.
You need Tupperware. Yeah,
Tupperware won't even do it. You have to get like the biscuits. I buy a big thing of biscuits. That's what they call crackers here. I give them to the neighbor kids or give them to the village. Then I keep the containers. But the flying cockroaches are kind of bad. They're not in my apartment. They'll fly in once in a while and I kill them. They're like this big.
They usually fly around when it's going to rain. That's when they come.
That may be.
Hey, Timothy Bright, thanks for the super chat. He said, do y'all see much rain or storms in the PI?
It depends.
Yes. Depends on what time of the year it is, but we don't get any typhoons here. John said they had one 25 years ago or something.
But it wasn't that bad. I mean, people got flooded. That was it. Back to the storms. We this last year we had them. What was like November, December, January. It stormed every day, but
it's not bad.
It wasn't bad. It flooded a few low-lying areas.
I love women, but when it's raining, I'm under a tin roof. I'm like a werewolf.
Yeah.
Honey Nut Chili.
That ain't got to be Timothy Bright.
Well, you're not gonna get. We don't get real bad weather here. The Philippines, remember, it's vast. It's diverse. Stay out of central Luzon and the eastern Visayas. Eastern Visayas meaning Leyte, like Tacloban, southern Leyte, like Tacloban City, Samar Island.
What's his name there? Renard Smith. I would never waste a good drunk on eating blue. I would throw up.
Yeah.
I've eaten dog. Southern Leyte, I ate dog. It was fine. I will not eat blue. I can't do it.
David Cluer says, we video chat from time to time. She wakes up in the morning until she goes to sleep at night. When she goes grocery shopping, she takes me with her. We always talking on, we're always talking on video chat every day. I don't understand what you're saying.
I do.
But
David, you might have a good one. You might not. It's hard to tell from that.
Yeah.
I would say be cautious. Take your time. When it gets opened up, come and see her. You may find the perfect benign. You don't know.
Calvin, what's the update on the girl's father you helped find locate? CD says that.
I like
that. Now I'm tracking we're waiting on the DNA because he says prove to him that it's his daughter, then he'll take it from there.
So how is the Gail's DNA coming?
We're watching it. I'm tracking it. It should be in the States one day next month.
See, that's
one day next week.
You have to understand. You ever heard slow boat from China is slow boat from Philippines.
Yeah, the mail here. You don't want to use the mail system, guy. The guy who sent me the Jack from Miami, who sent me that nice Superman shirt, he sent that to me February 24th. I received it April the 24th. It took 2 months.
I see a guy here saying, but your $30 apartment in Lady, remember? Well, Michael, I'll ask Calvin to put my personal email on here. I'll send you pictures of it. mean, it wasn't bad for $37.50 a month.
Absolutely.
Especially what went with that.
I think he's being facetious.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna watch him. I'm gonna watch his.
Well, if he gets too out of hand, Ingram will take care of him.
Yeah, H-Tag says you won't know till you get here with these women. Absolutely. And see, that's the truth, man. That's why I always say, guys, listen, I've had 2 bad situations with my subscribers. You know, I'm over here and I didn't vet them. Wait, let's get these super chats first.
Get them, and I want to get that, man.
Okay, Skip in LA says, thanks for that super chat. Thanks for keeping me company. You guys are the best.
Hey, thank you.
Appreciate it.
We are the ones appreciate it.
Ennis Montgomery said, hey, big brother Calvin, this question is for Big John.
No, I'm not.
Could he explain what too large means?
Okay.
For me, it would be my stomach. Keep making us proud, brother.
Well, I'll tell you what, if it's good as the stomach, then that's it. But these women here are small. I mean,
yeah, their cervixes are small.
Yeah, cervix small, but not all. I mean, this is my first rodeo. I've been around a little bit in the U.S. I've been around a little bit in Mexico. I never had anybody be too small till I come here. And it doesn't matter on the size. He says cervix. Maybe that's it. But bring a lot of lube and just be careful. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't think you want to hurt nobody either.
Ennis Montgomery and Gail came back yesterday and picked up that super chat that you gave her. And she said, thank you. I didn't get a chance to take a picture because she was in and out. I don't have your email. That's normally how I handle that. Oh, National Breast Enlargement says, Stacy Diller. I think he means you said the storms are in Lady and you shouldn't live there, but the cheap apartment is also there.
I agree.
Yeah, I didn't say you shouldn't live there. I said that's where the storms are.
I will say you shouldn't live there. Samara Island, Northern Southern Lady, when they even mention the word typhoon, they flip out because it hits hard there. Yeah, come to the western Visayas or someplace western in the Philippines.
Curtis Freeman said 220. Now 120 pesos for a liter of rum. He says, I'm ruined when I get to the Philippines. And that's what happens to a lot of guys here. My next door neighbor, I feel sorry for him. Every day around 5 o'clock, he's sitting at a table drinking away his sorrows.
But I know the guy. I love the guy. He has nothing else to do. Boy.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
Smoky Mountain Mother. Okay. Says, gives new meaning to the song, How Deep Is Your Love?
That's Jeff.
Yeah. John went to the CR. He says, LaVon White says in New Jersey, a law was passed that didn't allow you to sue. I signed papers that stated the procedure was 100%. I had to sit through questioning that I really didn't like. Yeah, I know it's got to be uncomfortable. I'm really, I was uncomfortable when I had to get my first prostate check. So I can imagine what that would be like. And I mean, it was a man, and I really felt, embarrassed, but it's something that if you're a man over 40, you need to have done. But the vasectomy, and to each his own, it's just me. I just really feel strange about that. I'm afraid, not that there's nothing wrong with it. Technology's come a long way. There's something will go wrong, man. And I'm on Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong, it will. And I'm like, damn, I'd hate that. HSAG says, been here for 3 years already. I would be very careful with women here. You like I said, you can get unlucky here. Because a lot of women here, they really are good women. I promise you, man, I've got a good woman, man. Now, remember I told you guys about me and my wife. Just don't give your woman that choice. Don't put her in a position where she has to make that choice between you and the visa. She's going to take the visa because a lot of women, we don't really understand where they're coming from, really, guys. We don't understand why they would make that decision, but a lot of them, they have it hard over here. And they said, look, I made it out, as long as we stay in America, I love you to, until you die. But if you make me make that choice, I'm not coming back there. But see, here's the way around that. Is what I'm going to tell her if she's watching, which I know she probably is. Go ahead and become a U.S. citizen. then you don't have to worry about losing your visa. I know so many women over there, her friends, my son's mother is a U.S. citizen now. She doesn't worry about that, see? But at the time, she wasn't a U.S. citizen, so she chose that over us. Kevin Nash's Kitchen said, my girl has lived in Northwest Luzon on the China Sea for years and years. They don't get bad typhoons like some others. That's right. Remember, most foreigners, we don't know anything about the Philippines, so we think that there's one Philippines. We'll say Filipinos this or the Philippines that. No, it's very vast, very diverse here. There is no one Philippines, guys. Before the Spanish came, all these islands had their own languages, traditions, cultures. Yeah, it's very diverse here, and it will shock you. Hey, Levon White, thanks for the super chat. He said, with my 2 inches, I would feel like a king. I'm coming by hot air balloon. It's funny, man. You know, that's what I tell you. They'll give you that Filipino makeover. But in that department, it's true, man. You know, you will feel, they will make you feel better with all that screaming and hollering and stuff. If it's true, because you got to realize, man, they're good with that Filipino makeover. But I think it's true. These women are very small. They're very, their services are small, man. So yeah, you'll feel better about yourself. I know that because women in America, you know, they'll sit there and they'll be doing their taxes while you're doing your business. And are you finished yet? But over here, no, you get some satisfaction. Thanks, Stephen K, for the super chat. He said, consciousness is infinite. It was never created and can't be destroyed. Don't fear death, but fight for every minute you are here on earth. Absolutely. And that's the way I feel. I'm going to live every day as if my last. Am I going to plan for the future? Yeah, for my kids. That's why I'm building this house. But you're absolutely right. I no longer fear death anymore. I guess it's just like going to sleep.
I don't fear death. I'll tell you
that. Gary Walker said, I went to Sam's Club today, dinner weed run. Now I'm watching you fools drinking a few buds.
That's me.
He said, damn great 38-ounce plastic cup of cashews I just polished off in an hour. I call this day victory. Absolutely.
Enjoy. If you're going to come to the Philippines, enjoy your cashews now. You won't find them here. If you do, they're going to be very expensive.
Yeah, they're very expensive. They sell them in little bitty things like this, and they're very high. About $3. You know, because remember when you get over here, the reason your money is not going to go any further is because your spending habits aren't going to go any further, and you're going to want what you want over here, and you're going to end up paying for it. And your money's going to shrink
quickly.
Judah says, what is the price per square meter for the land by where you bought land? Is there any other lots available? No, it's expensive. About 4,000 pesos per square meter, and then the lot next to mine, the guy builds a damn fence. And I'm not going to argue about it because it's only about a foot past the line, but he did it without a survey, and that's the kind of stuff that gets you killed over here.
Now, how's it going with that fence they put on your?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why
I'd be afraid of that.
That's why I'm not going to argue about it. It's only about a foot. Not on, see.
Give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
Yeah, see. Now, one marker's here. Instead of he went straight across, but the marker, the land doesn't go straight across.
Angled.
So it's angled. So at the end, only at the end is about a foot. I'm gonna leave it alone because I don't want to get in trouble.
You don't want 2 men on a motorcycle coming up and visiting you.
Because they will. And John asked me the other day. 3
rules. No drugs, no politics, no land disputes. And Ingram, you're right. I'm getting there.
Skip in LA says, good night, gentlemen. It's 2300 where I am. Gotta lay it down.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
We got a few more minutes and we're going to get off here too. We'll stay on until 11:30. It's 11:09 now.
Yes, he's right.
Build a fence around your property. That's for anyone on earth. Yeah. Well, see, I've got 2 sides already done. both my neighbors. So all I got to do is do the two sides of my fence. But yeah, you're right, Stephen K.
John, you there right now? Yeah, I'm here, Ingram.
James Land says, hit the like button, please. Hey, Annie Munoz says, hi, John and Calvin. Hey, Annie. How's life treating you? I hope them guys are treating you good.
They are. Now, Annie is one of the good ones. She hasn't committed to nobody. She said, hey, I'll talk to you. We'll get to know each other. Annie is a really good province girl. Well, anybody who gets her will be lucky.
Exactly. And she a lot of these women look a lot better in person than they do on. Remember, online, you're going to be fatter. You're going to look heavier.
Annie in person is beautiful.
She's a beautiful woman. Inside and out, guys.
Yes, I agree. Anybody that gets Annie will be very lucky. Why aren't you? Calvin does not drink, Travel Boy. He gave it up, 20 years ago?
23 years ago. And May the 13th is my anniversary.
I have more respect for somebody who does not drink than somebody who does drink.
Because I ain't going to lie to you, Travel Boy. I loved it too much. I didn't know if I was going to drink one beer or 10.
And I had to probably more like 10.
My family at that time, my daughters were 2 years old, and I decided to, I just decided to quit.
Well, when I was working 2 and 3 jobs, I had a wife and family. I couldn't afford to drink, so I didn't. Now I'm retired. Hey,
Fred Baldwin.
Off.
My buddy from Guam's on here, Fred Baldwin. Say what's up to Fred. He's got a beautiful Filipino wife. They've been married 32 years, see. He will vouch that you don't get lucky over here, you get unlucky. See?
When you get a good panay, it's like heaven. You want nothing else.
You're not going to get nothing better than that.
I agree.
I promise you that.
I agree.
And I take a lot of flack from that.
Nowhere in the world.
I take a lot of flack from that because the guys there say, oh, you should have married a black woman. Well, I was with a black woman for 18 years. I loved her. She's a beautiful black woman. It didn't work.
I agree.
The world's 197 million square miles. I came out here, found something, and hey.
You get a good panay.
If it ain't broke, don't break it.
You get a good panay, you're not going to do no better.
Scott says, John, what kind of engineer were you?
I was a process engineer in plastic injection molding. I only have a high school education. My dad taught me to work hard. So I worked hard. I go to the old engineer to say, please teach me. They say, okay, go clean up some grease or do this. And I did it.
Even Kay says, resist the temptation, guy. It don't even tempt me anymore.
He's not, yeah.
I don't even have a desire to drink anymore. It's been removed.
Thank you, Sam Chapman. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
You said I got the stuff you asked for today.
I appreciate it.
Wong Hun Lo says, I would hold a rooster underwater until the thrashing stops. Well, if you come over here, you're going to get in trouble because Rooster's king here.
You'll probably get killed with a bowl in the back of your head.
Yeah, while you're holding it down in the water.
You can kill Filipino's child, but don't mess with the rooster.
Don't mess with them roosters. Yeah, Stephen K. I'm done, man. 23 years, I have no desire. But sometimes you change one for the other. See, it took me a while for these women to get over my addiction to women because I took from alcohol. When I got over here, I was addicted, man. Everywhere you look, see these beautiful women that are so accessible.
It's hard to break that addiction.
Over here, yeah.
But you finally get a good one, you have to do it, and you still. I don't know about you, Calvin. I still find myself, we'll be at McDonald's.
Yeah,
I'll start flirting a little bit, and they'll start responding. But you got a good one, cut it off. Because
I look, but I don't.
I look, and I fantasize.
And they respond. That's why I tell guys, just come over here, man. Your luck will be better. And guess what? Here's the big tip. If you want to get online over here. That way, you're already here.
But don't tell them you're online here. You will sort them all out. And they'll say, and when you're talking to somebody, when you're online here, act like you're in the U.S. and say, okay, why don't we maybe meet? And they'll say, oh, okay, we'll meet here. And say, okay, I'll be there one day.
Benny G says, Calvin, have you had to take the neighbor's fence down on your property? No, it's only I'm gonna say I said a foot, but maybe 6 to 8 inches on that far end. That's all it is. It's not going to interfere with anything. This guy does not have the money to redo that fence. Okay. If I were to take that fence down, you got to understand, John asked me before, are Filipinos petty? Absolutely. He will have me killed for that. Or when I'm not here, he's going to harass my family. I don't want that for that. We're not in America, guys. You got to understand that. I'm glad that it was only that. If it would have been any more, yeah, I would have went over there and talked to him about it. But it's not enough. And you'll get killed over here for little stuff like that, guys. We're not in America. Here, you can go right here, John. Who you going? Bobby Smith. I mean, Rocky Smith.
Ricky Swift.
Wait.
Neither one of us are old enough for Social Security.
Not yet. Let me get that out of there. Wait. Okay, yeah. He says, what did he say? I heard this. He said, how are you can have your Social Security benefits to come to you in the Philippines? You
can.
Yeah, and you're still going to have access to your money. You're a U.S. citizen. You just live in the Philippines. Your bank account, you can use your ATM card. You can use one of the remittance services like Remitly, Western Union, Zoom, or you can get a checking account over here like I did, a savings account, and just have it transferred. You're going to pay a little bit of fee no matter what you do, but you still got access to your money. Michael Cosby said, to guide, John, what's that mean?
I don't know, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. But
the price of man was about 4,000 pesos per square meter, Judah.
But remember, he did not buy it for him. He bought it for his girlfriend. You cannot own land here.
Yeah, you can't not own land here. But if you go to the province, you'll get it cheaper. In the city, it's very expensive. Like I told you about my subscriber, he bought the girl the land over here. His was more expensive than mine. Depending on where you buy it. But yeah, you're going to look at about 4,000 in San Carlos because all over it's different.
Look, Clayton Murray, you crack me up.
He said, Calvin, that's some kind of
Servant.
wild cat over there, ain't it?
Wow.
Yes, servants, yeah.
I love it.
ATM, all that money mail, he says, yeah, it's $15 for me because my Fifth Third checking account that I've got in America doesn't pay my fees back. It charges me $6 and something for every withdrawal and then a $3 and something international fee. So it's $9 for them. Hold on, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, shit, I screwed up. Sorry about that.
No.
Hold on.
Yeah.
My fault.
So, yeah, it's about $15.
Okay, let's see. We got some good questions here.
Go over here, John. Just point at it. And let me
I'm
know.
about half drunk.
Kevin Nash's kitchen says 700 to 1,700 pesos per square meter in my girlfriend's area. Where does she live? Yeah, it just depends on where you live.
Like I say, Philippines is as big as California from north to south. So
Christopher Leroy said that's regular size. No, we got a big lot, 230 square meters. That's really big over here.
Pumpkin Joe, I do it all the time.
He said I haven't drank a beer bottle that size since my army days. Yeah, John can knock them down.
I like it, but if you ever get with Australians, be careful. Be careful.
They said leave John alone, let him get his drink on.
Yeah, really. Everybody's always hammering on me.
You get home, your girl's gonna be mad, John, because he told you quit drinking so much.
Let's be honest here. When we went to the beach last Sunday,
yeah,
my girlfriend said, "I'll only go if you don't get drunk." I said, "Okay, I'll only drink 3 beers." Me and Calvin were sneaking beers to me. I loved it.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was funny.
We went up there after they were supposedly at the pool, but they're sitting there taking selfies. I said, John,
we had to hide.
Yeah, John had to hide, not me.
China, he always talks to us.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Thank
you, China. Go on my Facebook page. He bought a lot. He bought 15 families here.
He's on the rice? Oh.
He's the one who bought the rice.
How do you say his name? China.
I just say China. I can't pronounce it.
Okay, China, you're a good man. Calvin really helps a lot of people here. I don't. I help one here and there, but he helps a lot of people.
John Wells said, "Well, you have to make a visa run too."
Yes, in February. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to get married.
Roy Jones says, "Get that drunk man away from the button."
That's a good
idea.
idea.
Yeah, China, what you did, man, I tell you what, you're going to be rewarded 1,000 times. Go on my Sunshine Show's Facebook page. I just created, what you did is called Electronic Community Pantry. We went out and got those 15 bags of rice. And, man, I tell you what, rice is gold here. And you know every Friday I give away 1,000 pesos. It doesn't resonate. When I gave away those 15 bags of rice, my inbox is full now. I cannot answer so many questions.
Calvin told me about this earlier. The only thing I can think is that the man will get the 1,000 pesos made by Tango Eye.
Hey, Sam Champion.
When you get rice, you get rice.
You get rice. Sam Champion says, do I need grass seed for my life? Absolutely. If you can send me that, man, that would be a blessing because I want grass on my yard. It's grass around there, but I really want real grass. Yeah. I don't know if you can get it here.
I don't either.
Spin it in a minute, said Calvin John. What are your heights? I'm 5'8".
I'm 5'10".
Laying down, I may be 5'9". I don't know.
That's the thing. Whoever measures you, you get different measurements.
If Dark Knight, what's it? Dark Nitra one says, if I come with my wife, will girls get down with both of us? Absolutely. It just depends. I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, when I was living in Cebu in the condominium, I had a real good friend. He was from Louisiana. He taught. He come from China. He was a teacher in China. He left to come to Philippines. He'd have two women with him all the time. And
if you got this,
yeah,
you can get whatever
you want. Get whatever you want. You're not gonna have a problem with that.
Get whatever you want.
Let's see. What's it say? If I come, yeah. China says your concept for the community was smart. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Well, I don't want to say hello to Lynn, San Diego. We appreciate
that's right.
female comments on the page.
She's one of the intelligent people, period. You know, she's always had something positive to say. And she's Filipino.
Yes.
She migrated to the United States. I think she said when you were 10, right, Lynn?
But I would say she's smart. And when she says something, we listen.
China says they seem to appreciate what I'm doing. Absolutely, especially that rice. Rice is gold over here.
I couldn't believe it when you told me that.
Oh, man. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Call the hit squad.
Yeah, 15. She was 15, yeah. Okay, you were 15. So, wow, that was a big culture shock, I'm sure. But now you settled in. You're been Americanized.
Lynn, I appreciate you joining us today.
Boom J. Hello, Lynn. Southern California here, too.
Look at that. I love it when guys hit on Lynn.
Yeah, Maximus Rice's life over here. And the coconut. They don't waste any of the coconut, guys, over here. That's the tree of life. The shell they use for charcoal.
Yes. The sap they use for, what's it called? Tubo?
Yeah.
Don't drink Tubo. It will give you the
I already
shits.
told them already. And it's going to get them drunk. They'll take advantage of it.
Yeah, I don't get taken advantage of one.
C-Dub said, what's the average Filipino household salary? Says $250, but that's the highest of the highest, C-Dub, and the lowest of the low. Most people you're going to see over here, they probably earn anywhere from $100 to $200 a month.
Okay. What age did you retire at?
I was
58.
I was 55.
And how'd you do that? He sold insurance and
Yeah.
got clientele that kept paying him. Me, I was 58 and I just saved up some money and made some investments.
What's going on, Gleason Baker? He said he'd like to meet us, John.
Come on.
We're waiting for him.
What?
He's a good
fun.
subscriber. Yeah, he's in North Carolina.
Who is it?
If you see my ex in there, man, She's drop dead gorgeous, man. And just tell her, I said, she lives in Raleigh. And I was sneaking on her Facebook page the other day because we're not.
Oh, he's a stalker.
No, we're not friends. I was just looking at her pictures. And man, she's as beautiful now as she was 11 years ago when I met her. Who you trying to see?
I'm trying to open up some of these comments. Ingram get them. Don't worry.
Let him go. Yes, it's...
Yeah, Ingram get them. Ingram's a good guy.
Lynn said, love the duo. Hi, Ingram.
Ingram, you get over here, please visit.
Boom J, what's going on? Yeah, 2010 says rice, baby. Yeah,
rice. My girlfriend says rice is life.
Yeah, let's see.
Hello from South Korea.
Better plant them in your land. Absolutely. Philip, Janet.
Philip.
Well, now you talking about? Did he say annual salary or monthly salary?
I'm back to Lynn. 58 and 55.
Yeah,
like old man.
Well, at 25,000 pesos. Let's see. Now, would that be per month? Surely it's not per month.
Well, that's 5,000. What? 5,
that's 500. That's 500 US. Now that's middle class over here. 25,000 a month.
But lower class in US is middle class here. In my opinion.
No, they'd be upper middle class.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's see.
Look at that. What now?
John, he says you're high.
Oh God.
No,
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Lynn San Diego said class is all relevant. Yeah. But they do have a class system in America, really. That's what they say. Middle class, lower. Because when I was in college and I took the sociology class, that's when I knew they had all that lower class. Then they got the lower middle class. Then they got the upper lower class. And then they got the lower middle. This is a bunch of crap. Like you said, it's relevant.
Lynn, thank you for being on here. We appreciate your views.
Retard 2019 says, what is upper middle class? I would say $1,000 US on up.
I don't know if I agree because
over here,
doctors only make $1,000 to $2,000 a month.
Well, he said upper middle class.
That'd be upper
middle class. Yeah. Lynn 102 says you're having a party, John. He's already.
I'll tell you, I feel great.
Now, see what time is it? Almost 11. We got 3 more minutes. We're gonna get off here. He'll be asleep later.
1 o'clock. I'll take a nap.
Yeah, you're gonna take a nap. He said, "What is the weirdest thing you've seen in the Philippines?"
To me,
said, yeah.
I thought dog was, but until I had balut. Balut's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Or bat nest soup. They take our bird nest soup. That's pretty weird.
Well, the worst thing I've seen here was the child labor here is real.
But I grew up in child labor.
Yeah, but this is 2021, John. You're talking about
1960.
Yeah, you're talking
I grew up in child labor, so that don't bother me so much. But the like I say, eating dog or eating balut to me is
that's weird to me because right across the street from me, I showed you that little girl. You seen her eyes. Remember
I saw her.
It's so sad, you know.
He has a neighbor who works as a housekeeper.
They probably
they probably work her like a dog, and
it's really sad.
What'd she get? $80 a month, maybe?
I don't know what she gets a month.
And probably
she never leaves there, John.
I know.
She never leaves there. Monday through Sunday. This little girl's working over there. And when she sees us going to the beach, getting in the van, going different places, you can just see it in her eyes.
I'd love to say, please, come on. We need to do that. Go over and say, hey, we'll give you 1,000 pesos. Let us go with us.
We got to stay out of that, John. We'll get in trouble for doing that.
Once in a while, it's okay to get in trouble.
Not over here.
Well, I do it once in a while.
Hey, but we want to thank everybody it's our first live stream. We're going to do this every week. We want to thank everybody for the thumbs up. Let's see if we can get 250 before we get out of here.
Yeah, Skyloads, How old was the little girl?
I say 12. I say 12. You know,
life is hard here.
14 at the most, but
She ain't for no 14.
She's young. Okay. Thank you for your super chats, your super stickers, for joining us today. It's really been a big success, John. We didn't know what was going to happen.
This is our first live stream. Thank you. I've enjoyed it.
We're just, two guys, regular guys over here, living our dream. Okay, he has a family income, Calvin, not one person. Yeah, but over here, the people I know, Philip, there's only one person working.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
No, I'm saying that my experience.
Your experience. Mine is the families like get $80 a month and they all combine it so they can live.
Yeah. But if you're in America, it's late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. But if you're on one of those late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, you just get out second shift, or you're on your lunch break and see somebody in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a couple of dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's 11:30 a.m. You have the whole rest of the day to find somebody to help. So intentionally go out and find somebody to help. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.
That was fun.